All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
The 2025-26 Ninja A-League season kicked off with Western Sydney Wanderers hosting Perth Glory at Wanderers Football Park. The Wanderers will be hoping some of the country's most exciting young talents, including Amy Chazari, Talia Younis and Millie Bennett, along with the experience of captain Amy Harrison, can help guide them to success this season. Meanwhile, Perth were looking to get off to a winning start, with new players including Emma Tova, who joined the club from Valencia, and star striker Rola Badawia, who was back in the Ninja A-League after playing in Portugal, joined by former Wanderer Bronte True, who was set to make her glory debut against her former side.
Buchanan. This is a really promising start. Nsa, the debutante, with the first strike in anger. And she's probably been one of the best players on the park to start this match, the 17-year-old. Grace Johnston. Delivery decent off the left boot, and Edwards. Problems here. It is a goal for Perth Glory, the first of the new season. Western Sydney are conducting an inquiry here because they believe their goalkeeper was felled in the contact and it should have been a foul. It's a controversial goal to open the new Ninja A-League season. So Rola Badawia here. Second goal would be significant for Perth, and it's Grace Johnson, the delivery from Johnston. First it was Holler, now it's Badawia. Both strikers for Perth Glory on the scoreboard, and Rola Badawia on debut for Perth Glory scores for Perth Glory. The corner misses the initial header, scrounge in the box. It is a goal for Western Sydney. It looks as though it's Ella Buchanan who may be claiming the credit here from her teammates. It is her third Ninja A-League goal, her first since March 2024, and Wanderers are back in this game. This match is back alive and well after Badawia's goal right after half-time. Perth Glory, no changes for them. Holler! What about this? Gabby Holler with a double. We've had 3 goals in this match in a matter of minutes. Western Sydney go to sleep defensively. Johnston, probably player of the match tonight, you would say. Key involvement in the first 2 Perth goals. Maybe in a third here, Badawia, with the strike looking to grab a double tonight, joining her compatriot Gabby Holler with a couple of goals. Fazari is an option in the middle. This is Koshabat, delivery, dangerous, just needed someone in there. Rather let it run. Here is a strike. Oh, wow. Alana Cern on Wanderers' debut, forcing a save out of her old teammate, but it's a late and a drought-breaking win for Perth Glory. Their first away win in almost 2 years. A match which kicked off an hour and 15 minutes after it was meant to. Lightning delays, storms, and finally Perth Glory get to celebrate a monumental win on the road. And now they can begin to build some momentum this season. Full time at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Perth Glory 3.
Back-to-back premiers, Melbourne City travel to Leichhardt Oval to face Sydney FC. These teams have a famous rivalry, having met in 4 Ninja A-League Grand Finals, the most recent being Sydney FC's win in 2024. Sydney FC will be hoping a balance of rising stars and imported talent, including young Matildas captain Kaylee Talon-Henniker, Philippines international Madison Aysen, and Panama international Riley Tanner will be key for them this season. Melbourne City entered the game on a 27-game unbeaten run in home and away matches, and have a star-studded squad headlined by reigning Golden Boot winner and current Matilda Holly McNamara, along with other capped Matildas like Leah Davidson and Alexia Postolakis.
From the left-hand side, again it is driven to the near post and sliding in for the opening goal. Madison Aysen might have been the closest to it, but it looks like no one's distinctively claiming it. And after 2 goals last season in the colours of Canberra United, the forensics will tell us if Madison Aysen can claim the credit for a 3rd Ninja A-League goal. Davidson. Holly McNamara. Can City finish the first half with a bang? The cross will evade 18 Keane. And as we tick into 1 minute of additional time, it's hit the corner flag and hasn't gone out. It's a live ball that's stopped down on the line. And now Tumeth and Keane go and contest, and now it finally finds its way out. Never take your eye off the ball.
Well, a couple of moments, it didn't quite equate.
Shot here, and did it cross the line? It has now! McMahon follows in McKenna's shot, and it's the equaliser in first half stoppage time for Melbourne City. It has come at some personal expense for the goal scorer, but it is 1-1, and celebrations are non-existent because it's all concern for the goal scorer, but Shelby McMahon has followed in and scored her 3rd goal, the 17-year-old. The only drawback, Grace, is she doesn't get to enjoy it. Here's the corner from Hawkesby, driven to the penalty spot. Tumeth just knocks it back out to the corner taker, Hawkesby. Veering away from Keane, and Keane got a slide challenge in at the last second. Hawkesby goes to ground. Molly Godsell has a good hard look and points to the penalty spot. The chance for Sydney FC to go back in front. Hawkesby delivers. Sydney FC retake the lead just after the hour mark, and Mackenzie Hawkesby, calm and composed, putting the ball into the bottom left, and the Sky Blues have the ascendancy once again. Chendu working with McMahon. Again, the Sydney midfield shuffling side to side, keeping Melbourne City at bay. Looking for an incisive pass. Nice leave. And the 1-2 with Keane. It's 2-2, and 18 Keane has made amends. A goal on Melbourne City debut for her. A really nicely worked 1-2 with Holly McNamara, who gets the assist. And Keane knows that she owed her team a goal, and she's overcome with emotion after making it Melbourne City 2, Sydney FC 2.
Well, it's pretty football, and on the Harvey Norman replay, it's pretty to watch. Really clever, intelligent. The leave is smart, and the finish is really, really tidy from 18 Keane.
A 2-2 draw. Melbourne City left unsatisfied. 28 home and away games without defeat. And Sydney FC, they took the lead twice. See, Melbourne City, they thought they were a good chance to win this at the death. They leave disappointed with only a draw. Now, former Canberra teammates Aysen and Keane are friends after the final whistle, and 2 determined combatants are shaking hands and saying, we'll see you in the second half of the season. What a debut from the 14-year-old Willa Pearson, the full 90, and a great showing from her. She'll be the talk of the Ninja A-League this week. And I tell you what, these 2 teams, they set a high standard. Have they both returned to contendership for this season? You'd have to say that on the evidence presented, we've been thoroughly entertained. Sydney FC 2, Melbourne City 2.
Melbourne Victory travelled north to Spencer Park to take on Brisbane Roar, with both sides looking to get their campaign off to a winning start. Legend Tamika Yallop started on the bench for the Roar, whilst Sian Fryer, Grace Quirlamu and new goalkeeper Chloe Lincoln featured in the starting 11, all of whom will be looking to find their best form to secure Matilda selection for the AFC Women's Asian Cup in March. Victory were looking to unleash some of the league's most exciting talents, including new signing Rihanna Policina and Kennedy White.
You can see she's added to those counter-attacks where she supports Sian Fryer. He created a 2v1 not long ago.
Here's an interception, cutting inside, a shot! What a way to introduce yourself to the competition! Bente Janssen with a screamer to kick the Roar season off. Melbourne Victory only lost 2 games last season. An almost perfect season, only eclipsed by the almost perfect season of City. That ball is cleared away from the middle. Sikalas, Policina thought about shooting, may shoot now. Policina! Well, she made the move from Melbourne City, and here she is again, reminding the competition of just what she can do. Rihanna Policina equalises for Melbourne Victory. Here it is, Janszewski towards the back post. Morrison is there, and it's punt time. Melbourne Victory take the lead. And it's their new signing, Kennedy White, who gets the final touch. Kruger for the Roar. Looking down the line. Options in the middle, the ball in, palmed away, and Sian Fryer on her Brisbane Roar return equalises for the home side. She's been so busy in attack for the Roar, and she gets her reward.
Well, that all came from Janssen there. What a signing from the Roar.
There's a nice touch. Here come the Roar. Ball in the middle. It's cleared to the edge of the area. Parried away. Back across goal again. The header! And who else but Tamika Yallop on off the bench. What an impact from the Matilda.
We saw her instant impact. Her presence out there. She makes no mistake of finishing off the head. She might not be the tallest player out there, but Tamika Yallop is fantastic in the air. And once again, Janssen, she's the player that tees that one up.
The Brisbane Roar hold on. A fantastic result to open their season. Melbourne Victory travelled up to Brisbane as favourites, but the Roar giving the competition a reminder of just what they can do. Well, Bente Janssen, the standout for the Roar. The 26-year-old Dutch woman was phenomenal. Sian Fryer scored on her return as well, and Tamika Yallop scored what ended up to be the winner. Full time in Brisbane. It is the Brisbane Roar 3, Melbourne Victory 2.
The Ninja A-League champions kicked off their title defence against Adelaide United at Polytech Stadium. The Mariners' grand final hero Isabel Gomez, who won her first Matildas cap in the off-season, started on the bench and was hoping to make an impact in a squad which also featured young guns Annalise Rasmussen, Peter Trimmis and Tiana Fuller. The Reds were looking to stars like Erin Healy and Adriana Taranto to make an impact and help kickstart their campaign.
High ball to the back post. Oh, got a header on it. Erin Healy nearly directed it goalward. Oh, Taryn King just got a face to it even. Here they go again. Dylan Holmes with a long shot. and nearly got it to the roof of the net. It just kept sailing beyond to Brisbane waters. Based on that percentage, something should have fallen by now.
And I tell you what, that should have been a goal.
And she's got Peter Trimmis on the right, running a beautiful line. Trimmis has to beat one. She's going to go and cross it, and that's a beautiful cross, but it's missed.
Just try and control that possession a bit more.
Oh, Trimmis does really well. Sets up her teammate. The cross is on for DeCipio. Instead, she goes back, and it's nearly touched out of the way of the goalkeeper. That could have been an own goal. So just over 5 minutes left of regulation in the first half. No goals yet. Vani Prakash turns on the afterburner. She's going to take on the entire field. Coco DeCipio on debut has a left foot option, crosses and scores via Peter Trimmis. Well, the first goal falls for the defending champions, and the crowd rises. They love it. The two youngsters collaborate, and it's 1-0 in Gosford. It's Emily Condon from distance to cross. Taryn King is always first to the ball. And here's Trimmis again, using her pace. She's already got one goal. Can she get a second? Oh my goodness me! I reckon Janaya Dos Santos got a toe to it, but it's a team goal for the Mariners. Well, again, curling ball. And now Gray, Barwick Gray, leant back and sent that one sailing into the stands. Here's Gomez, speaking of Matildas. Gomez receives a gift back, and this time she's right on target. The freshly minted Matilda, Izzy Gomez, gets the third for the Central Coast. And it is the Mariners fans that celebrate here today at Polytech Stadium. What a way to start their campaign for 2025-2026. They pick up where they left off last season with a statement win. The yellow and blue, under a new coach, Corey Babington, notches his first win. They have every reason to smile and to cheer, as clearly his side still has the composure and the confidence and the class of reigning champions. Some of the new faces having a great impact very early in the season. Coco DeCipio, Clough, Trimmis, Janaya Dos Santos. Some of the young stars are the future for this club. So at full time here in Gosford, it's the Central Coast Mariners that kick off their title defence with a statement win 3-0 over Adelaide United.
Ninja A-League action returned to McKellar Park as Canberra United hosted the Newcastle Jets. Canberra will be looking to the league's all-time top goal scorer Michelle Heyman to lead them this season as she looks to push for a place in March's Asian Cup. Meanwhile, Newcastle will be hoping prolific striker Melina Ayres can lift the team after returning from a one-season sabbatical.
1-2 with Lancaster at that time. That's a great ball into Michelle Heyman, her first sight of goal, and it sails in for the first goal. Goal number 21 against the Newcastle Jets. Leap with the outstretched leg, couldn't save it. They have numbers back, Newcastle. And that's nice. Heyman on target. The woodwork denying her this time. Will Gordon take a strike? A lot of confidence in this side. It's a dangerous ball, picked off by Copus Brown. Now it's a foot race. She takes a strike. Great save from James. And the lead is obviously one of the new inclusions for Newcastle this year. It's a great take from Lancaster. On track. And there's a goal. Charlotte Lancaster. What a great ball forward. First ever goal in this competition against the run of play. Weaving her way through, on target both times, and deflected off Pryor. Calls for a handball. Bobbin. Played on this ground a few times in the NPL. Spanish Floody. Back across Heyman. In the penalty spot. Olasino calls from the crowd for a penalty. Referee George Aguirre disagrees. Michelle Heyman down on the ground. That ball from Spanish Floody was great. Stop from Heyman. Chico maybe very, very lucky. A lot of issues there. A couple of red cards. Should be a reliable pair of hands this season. Should be tested here. Sailed over. Interesting to see how many minutes are added on. As that ball's picked off. Clear side on goal. And there could be the winner. India Breyer has never scored in this competition. And what a moment to score. Picked off that pass. Slotted it past Sally James. Newcastle Jets a come from behind victory to claim all 3 points. They had to work hard. They were under a lot of pressure in that first 45 minutes. Got themselves back level, courtesy of a Charlotte Lancaster goal. And at the death, India Breyer, to get her first ever goal in the Ninja A-League competition, scores the match winner. And what a way to do it. What a way to start this season. Lena Reyes didn't get on the score sheet. A lot of chances, but we know she's going to do a lot this season. Michelle Heyman, she got on the score sheet. Had Canberra in the lead. Just wasn't enough today. There is goal scorer, match winner, India Breyer. What an afternoon of football. What a weekend of football. It's been dramatic. But a dramatic finish here in McKellar Park. Canberra United 1, Newcastle Jets 2.
After the opening round, the clean sheet and 3 goals sees the Mariners sit top of the table, joined by the Glory, Roar and Jets. Meanwhile, the Reds are sitting in last place, while Wellington had the bye this round. Next week sees a bumper list of fixtures headlined by Melbourne City hosting Central Coast Mariners on Saturday afternoon. Join us next week for more action in the Ninja A-League.